Bam. Okay. Hey, good. I'm live. What's up? Weekly Dama news. Wait for internet or not Instagram to get going. Bam. Weekly Dama news. 2020. It is the 5th month. What is that? January, February, March, April, May. 1 a.m. for me. It's the 23rd. It's Sunday, actually. But actually, hey, it's like the 22nd for everyone. I'm here doing some news roundup of the week. I'm on YouTube as well as Instagram. So what's up? Yeah. The fish man. So we're going to be talking about some news, covering over some of the things that I've noticed that is happening within the scene right now. And hey, since Fish is hanging out right now, let's talk about Crom. What are you guys doing? Always doing stuff. I've recently, I went over to Sue's the other day and I was talking with him. I'm like, yo, it's amazing that Sweets, Crom, every week there's a drop. There's some new kendamas coming out. And it's pretty intense. So it's like, I'm just thinking about how long it takes to create a kendama. I'm like, man, these dudes are so before everything is really just getting more and more complicated of just ordering from the factory that we all know is in China. So it's a rough times for everyone, but still, even throughout Corona and the pandemic of the world, still they're on point and getting these damas ready and out to everyone's hands every week. So the one that caught my, I think is the only one that's coming out for this week, was the Crom / Clockers collab. Sand dune camo looks really nice. I mean, you thinking about the gas that came out that had that cream color, so it's like almost a natty style, a shade of just tan. So this one actually looks really good. Of course, there's the scope on there so you can good for tracking. And at first I didn't know it was a collab, the little hints of it. I saw just the top of the Tama and it was the sand camo. I was like, oh, that's pretty sweet. I don't think anyone's done the sand camo before. Maybe not in this style, maybe just the colorways. But then Clockers, I was like, what is Clockers? Like, man, they're getting fancy with some watch company Crom, they get weird sometimes. Hanging out with Chadiko in New York, talking about bikes and stuff. If you've seen, you guys remember those diamonds? There was hot dogs on them, I think, and an illustration of a picture of a woman with the fro. Interesting. But in this case, I guess they matched up with a shoe that I guess accents the two very well. Even that company Clockers is doing a raffle to give away the Dama. So hey, new people, I didn't know what they were at all. I guess it's a sneaker company, maybe reselling sneakers. Any sneakerheads out there? Because I'm definitely not. So I didn't know much about this, but hey, looks like getting into a new market, showing people who would possibly into kendama. So that's what Crom's up to, as well as the new warehouse. I mean, I think they've already moved in, over in Denmark, maybe for a month or so now. Looks really gnarly. When everything calms down, I need to get my ass over to Europe, hang out over there. What else we had that happened? Maybe working backwards a bit. So I just watched Nick Gallagher Year 9 edit. 7 minutes, not only of kendama tricks, which I was pleased about. I almost wanted more. I'm the kind of guy, I really like the B-rolls and kind of story type of setting, or to really set you in the atmosphere of what happened during the time of that edit. But again, the situation of the world kind of made people stay away from each other. So gatherings and these maybe sessions to go out filming didn't happen so much. I'm curious on how many times Nick was by himself. There was that scene he goes to Hawaii, so there's that, which is pretty sweet. But overall, the tricks, of course, it's Nick Gallagher. The tricks are ridiculous, almost to the point where it's I can't even understand how difficult they are, because it's just I can't even do 3 flips of that, not even one consistent for him to be throwing like quints and whatnot. Um, but I really liked George Marshall. You know, he edited this one, and I really liked the style. The concept of it was almost throughout the whole thing pretty solid. Uh, the opening contemplating like to post these trick to get instant gratification. You get the serotonin really rushing quickly when you post it on Instagram just to get those likes quickly, or do you hold it for an edit? And I think this is something that a lot of people within the kendama world are always kind of like, what should we do? Especially the OG people and the pros, I think, because it's like, well, we grew up with, at least the old heads like me, we grew up with, we're already old, growing up with within kendama the edits on YouTube. So that is something that we lean more towards, and then Instagram became a thing. So having them go put up and have people see quickly was maybe a better bet for at least the business side, right? People want new damas that are coming out, so companies are putting those damas out. They have their sponsored players who are pretty much are there to show the new dama and push it so other people see it. So then Instagram would be better because of how much time a YouTube video takes. But I mean, depending on the person, I think Skaggs he's super quick. I mean, he makes those edits, I think, very, very quick. He does a really good job. But in any case, Nick Gallagher, yeah, go check that out. 9-year edit, good one, Nick. But you're always gonna ask, at least for me, maybe just me, maybe it's just me. It's like, yo, so if Nick's 9-year was then, what about Zach? What was Zach doing? Just going to the gym, getting pumped? I don't know. But in any case, what else happening today? No Pro Open from Sweets Kendama. They are hosting another online competition. This time focusing on the community. No pros will be involved to really just give everybody a chance, because there's so many more people who are not pro, who want to play and want to possibly get seen, get a spotlight on them to get that rush of getting so far within a competition. Because once you know that a pro is going to be involved, then you're like, okay, I'm probably not going to get that far. There's a few underdogs who just come out of nowhere, which is really amazing to see. But this one's really cool because having those people come out and take part within the competitions, awesome. And of course, Sweets, they know what they're doing over on Twitch, Zoom. Everybody over there is just have really like mastered how to do these online competitions. So that's happening to connect still again with Sweets Corner, I guess right now. The Sumo Peacock came out, the Kujaku, and that is one. If you've never played sumo, because it's been here and there. It's an old Dama that they made a long time ago, where they just had like their double XL or something, and they pretty much shrank it down, and then they revived it. When was that? Like 2 years ago, maybe 2019. And every once in a while they'd make I think a release, but recently they haven't. So this one came out. So if you're interested in having some fun, doing tricks that you probably weren't able to do with a normal kendama, even though you already got big cups on those suckers, the sumos are definitely something that really, really unlock potentials of getting difficult tricks. I know for me, first trick, and I still haven't done like oh no, maybe I have. Well, 2-turn turntable. That was something that I did like, I don't know, like third tee or something with a sumo. And I was just so surprised. I was like, man, that's just one of the tricks that makes it easier. But definitely like lunars, those Sarado tricks are definitely going to be easier to do, which adds to the fun, because we all just want to have fun when we play kendama. So if you're interested in it, definitely pick it up. That's a pretty fun dama to play with. Especially, it's not, I believe, so heavy and dangerous as like the XLs or the kaiju would be. The kaijus are fun, but this one is definitely like, this is a honed big dama. So if you're interested in that, definitely pick that up. Who else? What else we got? What else we got? Yo, okay, Sulab. This is earlier within the week. Released their or announced their team full within the different categories, segments of their team, which has six owner. I don't know about. I mean, Sue and Ayaka are the owners of Sulab, and they are in the owner division, which makes sense. But I mean, they do have their own pro mod, so I guess they're within the team. Then there is, of course, the Sulab team. There's the pros. What else? Ambassadors. So those are one that we know of within the kendama realm. You got your pros, your flow team usually. And then they have ambassadors, which is another thing you see in a few different kendama companies, reaching out to have other people push their product pretty much. And then there's a performer division and the oldies division. This is something that's very different that you don't really see other companies do so much. So the performers, Moti, I forgot who else it was, and Mitchie, who, if you saw he was one of the winners in the New Year New Edit contest. Just ridiculous at juggling double Ken double Ken, single Tama. He goes insane. But so he is on the performer team now. Interested in what they'll be doing besides performing. And then there's the oldies team, which is definitely a really cool thing because here in Japan, the range of people who play kendama are from like grandson to grandparents. So of course, within Sulab, there's plenty of elderly dudes, not so like in their 40s. I mean, I'm almost getting there. In their 40s that are slaying kendama, playing, going to the Tuesday night meetups every week. And so there's a solid team of oldies who are in there too. Excusey. So that's cool to see. Very, very different, but rad to have that team finally shown to everyone. I think every once in a while, I wish like the bigger companies would do this too, just so we know who. I guess it doesn't really matter, but you know, it looks more professional. Looks nice and done to see like who the pros are, and then a list of all the who's in the flow team and stuff. Like I think, like go check out like Kendama USA. It's like they need an update. At least last time I don't know if they maybe did one with like in the past week, but I think last time I checked, like yeah, it could use an update. Just keep everything organized. You know what I'm saying? So that happened. What else? What else? There's the review. You'd probably be watching them if you're on Instagram right now. What's up? You'd probably be watching Adam talk to Kristen of Terra Kendama, but that's happening actually tomorrow for everyone, Sunday. Yeah, but that's happening. So go check that out. Adam, Cafe Kendama, always releasing, always staying on his game. So good. Another one staying on the game. If you don't know, I'm deep into art, graphic design. Definitely love that stuff. Good aesthetic. And Crane Kendama is a kendama kind of brand artist coming out of China, and he is releasing some very interesting, cool designs, graphic designs, just of like logos of kendamas, creating kendamas themselves, like just like I don't know, taking like a nail file, not a nail file, like some power tools to kendamas and creating stuff. So definitely go check out Crane Kendama. The recent one I saw was just like a awesome spoof off of a airplane, like buckle your seat, like the bing, you know, all the people who are go flying a lot and whatnot. Just that logo of like seatbelts, like okay, time to buckle your seatbelt, bing. But it's Tama and a Ken, pretty much the Ken tip and the Sadado. So it's just a fun idea. I thought it was super cool. So check it out, Crane Kendama. He's got really interesting stuff. What else from Asia? The Yume shop in Hiroshima. So this is a shop, a kendama shop that was started. I forgot who started it. Some dude down in Hiroshima, so birthplace of kendama in Hatsukaichi. who was going out like teaching kendama to different like students in schools all over the place. Opened up a shop. I think it lasted like a year or two, and then was about to go under. And then Iwata-san, from who creates the Mugen Musos, now he bought it and rebranded the shop to the Yumu shop. But it's pretty much still the same thing, a place to play kendama and where you can pick up and buy kendamas. So it looks like Gap has contacted them and is doing like a kind of a not a collaboration, but kind of a collaboration with them, in the fact that there's like I guess a special blog that Gap has where they contact people in specific industries, but like niche markets within local communities, and give like a special kind of clothing, sweater, I think it was, to that shop, so they can kind of advertise, and then they show an article on Gap's side of it to focus on whatever this craftsman or brand is doing for their community. So that's kind of big. If it's not going on like the main web page, I don't believe, of Gap, but still, it's definitely cool to see that they're looking at it. But they're in Japan, so Japan, everybody knows about kendama. It's like not a weird thing like it is everywhere else. What else we got, yo? Okay, Terra kendama. On the 28th of this month, so next week, they're going to be releasing something we don't know. They've just released a video on their Instagram feed of just a motif that gets illustrated. Black background and comes out in white. And I don't know what it could be. It's leafy like. Thought it was like fingerprint, but definitely not sure. There's no real hints of what this could be at all. So your guess is as good as mine of what this could be. But I'm guessing it's a kendama, right? Or maybe a new shirt. Who knows? More secrets that we're not going to know about until later. Now, this one doesn't even have a release date, but Legend Mod, Chris Bosch, Soul Kendamas. If you go back, you remember the Dama Nerds episode we did with Chris. He talked about the new mod just slightly. Or maybe that was after we recorded. I forgot. But in any case, I remember him talking to me and Rod and saying how he's like, yo, new Legend mod, it's like nothing you've ever seen before. Like whatever you could imagine, it's not that. So be ready. He was like, if you could even guess what it's going to be, I'll give you the kendama. I'll give you a free one. He's like, because it's such a rare concept. So I'm really interested on what this is going to look like. Now, from the picture that you see on their Soul Instagram, there's a bit of a reflection. You see the bevel. Seems like simple tracking, but that's all you see. So I don't know what is going to be there. But then, hey, what was it? I think Adam Cafe Kendama commented on the post and it says, the people are not ready. So I don't know what that means. There's a lot of hype that goes around. People can text like very simply like, yeah, but actually it's like, oh yeah, that was cool, but it's not like revolutionary. I'm expecting something huge. So I don't know if it's going to let me down or not. Don't let me down, Chris. Another thing that is happening, of course, Kendama World Cup, Gloken just, I guess, announced officially August 21st and 22nd, they'll be holding online Kendama World Cup. What number is this now, dudes and dudettes? Kendama World Cup, it doesn't even say. Whoa, it's going to be 100 years of kendama? Oh no, that already happened. Trying to read the Japanese. English official page info coming soon. But in any case, all the tricks are out. So yeah, we know what's happening. Get on it. That's going to be definitely cool. You can't come to Japan for the event, but you can definitely enjoy it by participating online, or you could be like me and just watch it. I would like to participate, but on the weekend, family is just always so busy. I just got to run around chasing the kids, so you definitely can't compete. But I'll be checking in here and there. Dudes and dudettes. I don't say that a lot tonight. GT. You guys see this? Grain Theory found, so they used to work when they were living in San Francisco. Jake and Matt, they would always hang out had some connection with this local brand, this shop, San Francisco, focused on, I think, like outdoor apparel, and they held a lot of kendama events there. The Tuesday Tuesday night sessions, Ken Garden sessions, were usually held there, and there was a box of batch one, no, not sweets, GT1, 2014 kendamas, a box of I forgot exactly what the number was. Last time I checked the website, there was only one option available. I saw a live stream that Jake did where he was talking about there's a few different options that will be available, like some with some dings on it here and there, so that's under one price range, and there's other ones without the bag. There's one that's just Ken options. There's one that's a full setup with bag or something. But yeah, it on the post said there was birch and maple. I actually have a maple. I remember back in the day, it was so hard to get, especially here in Japan. Sue contacted Rice and got a hookup that was small but still good enough for me, because I got two Kens at that time, an espresso and a maple GT1. So I have that, and it is definitely a 2014 Dama, which it's for my collection. Mostly that's all I have, so I'm definitely used to that shape. Super cool. I remember Sue says specifically he likes the GT1 shape over the new ones that have been coming out. Or actually, no, not recently. He's like before the TC came out, before 2 came out. He was like, yeah, because it changed a little bit once the brand, the caliper brand came in, like on the Kens. It changed like just a little bit. Correct me if I'm wrong, Weens. But I feel like it changed a little bit too. Like maybe like just the cuts and like how sharp the edges were or something. But yeah, it's a little different. Any case, I believe that's it, guys and gals, for this week's Kendama News. I'm your host, MJ of Kendertainment, a Dama nerd. Thanks for hanging out. If you've been on with me, hanging on the Instagram, thank you so much. But if you've just signed in, he's like, oh, what's happened? MJ saying goodbye now. Shit, I just missed the whole thing. Go over to the YouTube channel. It's going to be archived there, so you can watch the whole thing of me just talking about news that you maybe already know about. You probably already know about. I just give my 2 cents. In case, that's it. I'm going to be signing off because it's what time is it now? 1:37 for me. I got to go to bed. Peace out. Have a good weekend, and good luck if you are taking part in the No Pro comp online with Sweets right now. Maybe I'll see what they're doing. Maybe are they going already? I don't know. Any case, that's it. Peace out. Where do I sign out? Yo. End the stream. Yes.